why is she wearing that terrorist scarf?
Okay, so hi. You can introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Tiana. I'm a Hindu.
Hi, I'm Joshua. I'm a practicing Christian.
Oh, hi, I'm Jason. I'm a non-practicing Christian.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm a free thinker.
Hi, I'm Suhaila.
Hi, I'm Halisa.
Hi, I'm Siti, and we're Muslims, and we're the moderators for this discussion.
Muslims are not allowed to kiss or hug their partners before marriage. True or false?
This is true.
You kiss or hug?
Yeah.
So
I
like
think it's
physical
true.
contact.
Yes.
I heard about halal gaps.
Yeah. Like it's like a really strict like no physical contact kind of thing. I mean yeah, but then like you have to like pray it away.
Free away
The like once you touch, like especially for a female, you have to restart your prayer cycle like for the day.
Oh wait, you have to pray 5 times again.
No, for like whatever, I don't know. I'm not sure what it's called. It's like technically not allowed.
I think generally a religious thing, right, is like
Yeah.
relationships are not approved of. Right? So I think touching and hugging and kissing are like all like in that category. Yeah, like I know churches that do like you can't even have like a relationship until you're 21 or something, and the church will strictly enforce it, you know, that kind of thing.
Like in this age.
Yeah, it's still harvest.
Oh my god.
From my own understanding is that I think traditionally is that like they can't kiss or hold hand because if they do that like it's like accumulations of like sins, so like it's better for them to marry early before they do that, so that it's like legal for them also and it's halal. I guess in like a more modernized world, not everybody follow that traditional way, but I don't think like what they said before, I don't think that makes them any less of like a Muslim.
Yeah, I feel like it's like they can touch anyone but not it's the romantic part.
I think it's the intention of it. It's like you can
Yeah.
shake, you can shake hands, right? But the intention is
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
a formal
yeah, yeah.
handshake. It's fine. Yeah.
Ooh, juicy question.
Spicy.
Is dating haram?
So the answer to that question is true. Like we are not supposed to like kiss or hug.
Be in
like,
close proximity.
Okay.
Yeah, before marriage, because it leads to more like it leads to other things that's more intimate and stuff like that.
So it's like nothing to do with intention, it's like the act of it.
Yeah.
It can start out as an innocent thing and then it will just lead up
Yeah.
to I mean in situation
One thing
I'm
happens
not
after.
So prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
If they are really following that Islamic way, right, your courtship is to the parents. You go straight to the parents.
okay.
Yes, you don't even meet each other. You just meet the parents. Yeah, and that's where
so
it all
cute.
starts. Yeah. Yeah. So that is the
That's
ideal courtship, I think you
Yeah.
can say.
Or like when you want to go out, you have like a third person.
Yeah, we'll have a third person. You
Okay.
bring your sister
Yeah.
or you bring your brother.
Like that. So mahram is like people that you can't marry, like unmarriageable kin. So
Your brother is your
brother
mahram.
is
Yeah.
your mahram.
Your dad,
Your dad is
your
your
dad,
Like
your
you're a
mom.
woman. Yeah.
So technically we can date. But
halal dating.
Yeah, halal.
Halal
In a
dating.
halal way. So
In a
we have
group.
in a group.
In a group, yeah.
3 people, yeah, because
3 people or more. But
Yeah.
yeah, just like try to avoid like just the 2 of you.
Yeah,
So there must always be a lamppost in a sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, we call it like jokingly within like us, we call it like halal chaperone.
Is it a common practice to bring along a halal chaperone? Like,
I think it depends on
yeah,
the person.
it goes back to depends to the
Yeah.
couple and how they believe.
Are the sins in Islam like weighted or are
Yeah,
they
like
all
do
like
they-
sin is sin?
I think it's just like the pork thing and the alcohol thing. It's just that these rulings are just a lot more prevalent and like people are a lot more public as compared to like other rulings such as that cannot hold hand, that kind of thing. But actually both are still considered haram.
Yeah, you kind of can't negotiate. Like,
Yeah.
what if I just drink one sip?
Yeah.
Maybe my like sins will be just one drop or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Muslim guys are allowed to wear shorts. True or false? Extra spicy.
Like Bermudas or like hot pants? banned for males.
Yeah. So why do you guys think that Muslim guys are allowed to wear shorts?
Because I've seen Muslim guys with shorts. And like I feel like I've never heard of it, like it being a big deal.
Even if it's something that's not allowed, I think it's very
Yeah.
minuscule.
I feel like if it's like on a Muslim woman, it would be like,
Yeah.
it'd be like,
Yeah,
oh
scandal,
right,
yeah.
of course not, right?
Actually, I
Because
feel-
it's about modesty, right?
Yeah.
Covering up.
Uh-huh.
But there's nothing modest about the calf. So like, it doesn't make sense to like cover it just for that reason.
Actually, I feel technically it's not allowed.
Yeah.
But I feel because so many guys do it, it's like kind of a social cultural thing that it's allowed already. Yeah.
For women, it's like really different. Like, you can't even
Yeah.
show the toe area. Like,
The
too
toe area.
sexy. Yeah. But like for guys, I would think that maybe it's not the same. Regarding the whole female and male thing, I don't think it's an insult to the religion, but a lot of religions do
Yeah.
have very different rules for females and males. It's just how it was traditionally, so I
Yeah.
guess you can't fault them for not being equal like in those eyes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because it's so biased against women, I think men do have a lot of freedom because they get to dictate a lot of these rules. That's why it could possibly be false that this rule doesn't exist, because like
It's like a religion that the woman chooses to be in. So I feel like a form of feminism in terms of equality is like letting the woman choose what she wants to do with her religion.
yeah.
So if she chooses to abide by like those rules, then it's like I feel like it's fair because like she chose to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, women who want to wear their headscarf, a lot of Westerners will be like, you don't have to wear it, you don't have to cover up, be proud of your body.
Mhm.
But for them, it's a choice of, I want to stay faithful to my religion, so I
Mhm.
want to wear it as a sign of respect or
Yeah.
devotion to God.
But you can go the other way around, right? Let's say you go to a very conservative society in Saudi Arabia,
Mhm.
the woman really has no choice on what religion she wants to have. So I mean, it can happen in Western societies where they want to practice religion, but they can't. Like, doesn't happen in Saudi, like more conservative societies, where they want to interpret the religion in a different way, but they also can't. So I think it goes both ways in that
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Alright, so you guys, the rest, you guys want to come forward?
Oh yes,
False.
shorts.
False.
Yes.
false, oh.
We call it the aura.
Aura.
Is it's like a guideline for what you're supposed to cover on a daily basis when you're outside. So for females, like covering your hair, covering all the way up to your wrist, and covering all this. But for males, they do have their own aura to cover. So actually from below the knee to their navel, right? Am I right, guys? Yeah.
Cover it.
It's okay. That's the question of the it's okay.
On its
It's a
own,
grey
it's not
area.
okay because it will show the leg
The
shape.
shape,
Yeah,
yes.
so on its
Males and females.
Yeah, you can't really
Yeah,
wear
wear
fitting
fitting
clothes
clothes.
because again it's about vanity when we
revealing
are
the
more
body
about
shape.
more about modesty. I think about shorts and guys is like, I think from at least from the interactions that I had in my own social circle, is that it's more of like they're actually not aware that they have to cover all the way like below the knee, because I think I don't know why, maybe it's just something that is not as emphasized for men as compared to women, maybe because of social constructs and
Right.
whatnot.
But I was gonna ask like about your experience when you decided to like wear the hijab.
Just now you said it's a very emotional
Yeah.
experience because I never thought of it that way.
I think it was emotional, not in a sense of like, oh, will my family accept me, but it's more of, will my friends accept me? Of course, my close friends knew that I wore the hijab, but I think on social media when like they realize like, oh, she's
It's a
she's
big
wearing,
thing.
she's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing with her.
It's big,
Yeah.
yeah.
My junior, he straight up told me like, take it off.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you don't have to do this and like stuff
They're
like
like
that.
acting like you're oppressed or something.
Yeah. And he straight up told me multiple times to like take it off. My friend posted my picture on social media on Instagram, and then he texted my Chinese friend, who posted it and said that, oh, why is she wearing that terrorist scarf? yeah. It's still quite insane how you still get this kind of like comments even in Singapore, where we are supposedly, multicultural and multi-ethnic and multi-religious and whatnot. Yeah.
The takeaway for me is that it's not my place to judge for people who are practicing other religion, or in fact anyone, because a person's relationship with their God is very, very personal, and I don't think anyone should interfere unless it like causes harm or anything. For us like non-Muslims, the most we can do is probably clarify and always just like be mindful and respectful.
It's a very, like what you say, personal journey. So I learned that like because women's role in like Muslim for me, I feel that it's much more visible and like they place a much heavier responsibility. But now that you guys have pointed out that like the guys also have like a huge responsibility. It's just that it's not known to other people. So we always tend to focus on the female part. That really clarifies a lot of things for me.
I used to be like, oh my god, it's like amazing that someone like wears the hijab. Like, but I used to think like a lot of people do it out of like responsibility or like tradition. But then like today I realized like it's a like deep thing for everyone as well, and it's like, wow.
Firstly, we have to apologize if we said anything like blasphemous. And I'm really quite surprised how like knowledgeable they are.
There's a lot of misconceptions here, and I think it's good that we can sit down and try to clarify and understand what is Islam, or like what, so that you all don't think that we are actually oppressed in a way. So it's good to be able to share this with everyone.
We should understand that we're all individuals. There is such a variation, and I'm sure that all of us here are not a proper representation of the communities that we are all individually from. So I think it's just that the biggest takeaway, we are all individuals in our own personal journey of finding our own faith and also understanding our own faith at the same time. Even though we are Muslims, we might not 100% understand what we are in and what we practice, but it's all always a journey towards understanding and also becoming a better individual, rather than just, we're not like a token community. We're all individuals in our own merits.
Yeah.
Go back to your home place.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think that will
so-
be very interesting in the future.
Do you want to say
Bye!
Okay, so thank you for watching our video. We hope you learned a thing or two from watching this video. And do check out our Instagram page, iap.2018, as well as my MTMS YouTube channel, so you can get more content and you can see what are the things that we do and you can learn more about Islam. So, us Muslim Society Kids, signing out!